My name's Connor, and I look like a man in a wig. More specifically, from head to toe, I'm wearing 6-inch heels, full body fishnet, a mesh skirt, a black crop top, and a giant blonde wig with a blunt cut fringe, and a full face of makeup, obviously.
And some amazing glitter.
Oh, thank you, yeah. To hide the depression, obviously. And the sleepless nights.
So how long do you take putting your makeup on in the morning then?
So this is embarrassing. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning. Yeah.
That is embarrassing. You didn't wake up at 4 a.m. to put your makeup on?
No, I woke up at 4 a.m. just in general. It just happened. And then I was like, oh, well, I can't sleep anyway, so I might as well do something.
So you could have arrived as a boy today or as a woman. I didn't know what way you were going to turn up.
Yeah. Well, my gender identity is non-conforming, which basically means from day to day I can dress and act or express myself in any possible way.
I have to say, I would have been quite disappointed if you showed up as Connor the boy.
A little boring blonde looking.
Yeah. So what height are you normally?
I normally am 5'11", and now I'm about 6'5".
Wow.
Yeah. The wig and the heels add to it.
So it is a kind of look at me.
I suppose that it's also kind of a mask. It's kind of a bit of confidence, because behind all this, obviously it's me, but putting this mask in between me and other people allows me to, hi, this is me, I'm here. Welcome to this.
Well, you certainly are. It's me, I'm here. Now, that can invite some very positive reactions, I'm sure, because it's very dramatic and it's fun, and you look at you and you go, wow, look at you. Yeah. But it equally, I'm sure, invites negativity.
Of course.
Describe that to me.
As with anything that people don't understand, or sorry, not to assume everyone doesn't understand, but people who haven't experienced it before might not understand what I am or what I do. I guess anyone who isn't in the normal category of being born as a male and then presenting as a male all their lives and being straight isn't, I guess, normal in the words of other people.
I just want to kind of take it back to the very first time I saw you. Mm-hmm. I was sitting in a room full of about 200 students. Mm. And you were this face that stood out amongst the crowd as the only male dressed as a woman in the room.
Indeed.
There was one black face and there was your face and your wig and your makeup. And I'm short-sighted, but I could still see you halfway down the room. And I thought, my goodness, who is this person? That was my initial reaction. Who is this person? How amazing. I have never seen that before. And I thought, my initial response was, this person is so brave. Now, do you feel you have to be brave in order to do what you do?
Yes. In the comfort of your own home, it's fine. You can wear makeup and express yourself, but then walking out onto the street and presenting as something that's not traditionally accepted is extremely scary. Well, not anymore because I've done it for so long. It's been probably 3 years that I've been doing this.
So tell me about the very first time you dressed as a woman.
So the very first time was actually a drag show. I have some friends back in Hebden Bridge, where I live originally, that are trans girls, drag queens, performance artists, and they were having a party to celebrate someone's birthday, and I thought that's the perfect opportunity to be with people who are going to accept me for the way I dress, the way I act, the way I express myself, and that was it. It clicked. That day when I went out was the moment I was just like, this is so cool. This is brilliant. I don't care what other people think. This is what I want to do.
And were you already dressing as a woman at home?
Yes, yeah. It was more of a personal expression because I enjoyed makeup to start with, which was my way of expressing myself, as well as filmmaking. But my passion was makeup.
So in your family home, you have a couple of siblings?
I have my younger sister.
Yeah.
that lives in my home at the moment, yeah, with my mum.
Okay. And so when, I presume you were dressing up in your room,
Yes.
did you come downstairs at what age did you first come downstairs in your, you know?
It would probably be when I turned 18 and it was me as an adult, so I could choose what I was doing and how I was going out. Because at that point, it wouldn't be okay for my mum to say something like, "Oh, you wouldn't be able to leave the house like that. You're not allowed to do that because I'm an adult and I can make my own choices. I'm not."
So
And
before then, are you saying that you never appeared in front of your mum or your sister dressed as a girl?
No, but I don't think that was because I couldn't. It was more the fact that I didn't realise was part of me at that time.
Oh, okay.
Just because I'd never seen anyone else or met other people who had expressed themselves like that before.
So before that time, what identity did you have as a in terms of gender or sexuality?
To start with, I identified as a gay male, and that's it. That was it. And that was obviously, now that's quite well accepted. You see gay men everywhere on the TV, here, there, everywhere, and it's fine. People are usually, 90% of the people are quite accepting of that because it's well known, it's something that people are used to. Whereas once I started dressing like this and discovered that I wasn't gay, I was actually pansexual, which I don't know if we talked about that earlier.
Well, explain how you understand pansexuality to be.
My understanding of pansexuality is the idea of being able to be attracted to anyone as long as you're attracted to them as a person. So it doesn't matter about the gender, how they express themselves. It's just if you fall in love with someone, that's it.
So it isn't relevant what kind of genitals they have or
Absolutely not. I've
no.
dated people who are trans girls, trans guys, biological girls, and people who are non-conforming. That makes me sound like I've gone through everyone, but it just happened.
It makes your life sound very exciting compared to mine, that's for sure. Yeah, the breadth of what you can do is fantastic. The range is out there.
Well, yeah, being as someone who presents as both male, female, and is attracted to most genders is a concept that blows people's mind. But
well, it does in the sense that we're kind of locked in potentially if you see your world like that. Although I don't, I live my life the way I want to live my life. But I think for a lot of people that would be almost an affront because it's like going to a little nice shop on your local high street where you can buy your vegetables or your meat or whatever, but you're in this hypermarket of incredible choice. So
Amazon.
You can either say you're Amazon,
Yeah.
you could say you're greedy or you're very lucky or whatever.
I'm just greedy as a personality, but some people would say.
So tell me about the environment you grew up in then and the area and stuff.
So I grew up in Hebden Bridge mainly, and in Hebden Bridge it's well known for being an extremely liberal place to live. There's all walks of life, everyone's accepted. It's kind of like a big community really. And there's obviously some people in that community that don't accept it, but it's 90% of the people there are extremely liberal. So I found that it was very easy to express myself the way I wanted. I've never had people who have been like, you can't do this, you can't do that. And if they have, I've just gone, well, I am, so deal with it.
Yeah. So since you've moved and you're now in the sort of West Country, what has the attitude been? Or have you seen a change?
It's a lot more scary, I would say, because it's a lot. The city Bath is a lot bigger. It's in size.
So how do you brave that? I mean, do you just ignore people, or what do you do when someone hurls abuse at you from across the street? Or
I would say I'm very confident in myself now. I didn't used to be, but I'm confident in myself enough now to just keep strutting down the street and just keep walking. Sometimes I'll even, if people shout things at me, sometimes I have the surprise approach of shouting things back just to surprise them. They think, oh, wouldn't expect someone like that to fight back, but they do, like a little chihuahua. And it surprises a lot of people. But my defense mechanism is comedy, so I use that sometimes to people. For example, if I'm in a club, and people come up to me, they'll say something to me like, "Oh, are you a tranny?" And then I'll say, "No, I'm actually a dude in a dress." And they're just like, they don't know what to say after that. So I've got them. They can't come back at me. It's just.
So have you ever had anybody really being horribly abusive and wouldn't let it go?
I have had 2 people. This was quite recently, actually. I was in Lidl. Not promoting Lidl, sorry. And I was.
You were in one of those supermarkets.
Sorry, I was in an unbranded supermarket buying unbranded products. And I overheard 2 men saying, "Oh, look at that guy in that dress over there. We're going to wait outside for him. Blah, 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 blah." In my 6-inch heels, I scuttled into the back room into security and I said, "Excuse me, you're going to have to help me. There's 2 men waiting outside, twice my size. They're saying that they're going to basically beat me up. Please, can you help me?" And the security guard walked me out.
Fantastic.
He said, "Come here, love, give me your arm." Got me in his arm, walked me out.
Wow.
Straight past them. It was amazing.
And what did the 2 guys do then? They just
the
stared.
shock on the face. It was just, they didn't expect someone.
Well, I mean, you do. So for every kind of bigoted person, you also get people who are really just embracing and they don't.
People you wouldn't expect. Like, when I identified as a gay male, my dad was a bodybuilder, a big macho man, but the softest person you'll ever meet, like kind-hearted, liberal, lovely person. And he actually asked me if I was gay. I didn't come out to him. He just asked me. And he was just like, "Give us a hug then, it's fine." The most amazing reaction, but from someone you wouldn't, looking at them visually, you wouldn't expect it, but so loving and brilliant. It was amazing.
And how about your mum?
My mum, same thing. She's very, very loving, very, very caring. Yeah, I can talk to my dad more about it, which is something you don't normally expect, but
yeah.
Yeah.
So since you started dressing up and going, so your mum or your dad might not know who you're going to show up as on any given day.
Yeah.
Do they ever go, "Oh, that doesn't suit you"?
Well, my mum's seen the side of me with the makeup and the femininity and the things like that, but my dad's not seen that side of it really. He's just seen the gay male side, but I'm sure, it's just one of those things, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's already talked to me about drag, so I know he's fine with that, and this is pretty much what I do without the money, which is a bit upsetting.
Well, it struck me it must be quite expensive, or women's clothes are cheaper anyway, aren't they?
Well, you can buy a wig for like up to 150 quid, and that's just like cheapish.
Wow, that's expensive.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this wig was this is my favourite wig actually, and it was the cheapest. Yeah.
Wow. So it is like an expensive habit, dressing up as a woman.
Yeah, especially as a student, it's not great.
So when you is it when you wake up in the morning and you go, "Well, today I just can't be bothered with the effort"? Is it that? Or is it, "I don't really feel like doing that today," or "I just want to be a bloke today"? Or
it's a bit of both, really. It can depend on. Well, it's not to do with gender with me. I don't present. Like, I don't see myself as a woman, and I don't see myself as a guy. So I'm not transgender at all. I'm just non-binary. I just believe that I can dress how I want and express myself how I want. I wake up in the morning, I might think, "Oh, okay, I feel masculine today. I'm going to go out and present myself as male. Go to the shops, get some stuff." Or one day I might go, "Oh, I'm going to a club. I'm going to present myself as female." It really depends on how I feel.
And do you ever feel, actually, it's too much today, I'm feeling a bit vulnerable and I'm a bit knackered because I didn't get a good night's sleep, or I've got something to do that, do you ever feel it's too much of an effort because of maybe the reaction you're going to get?
Honestly, sometimes I've had a night out before where someone said something to me that's upset me as presenting this way, and then my reaction the next day will be to be sulky and just not present like that again for a week or so. Just because I'm a bit butthurt by it, really. But then I think to myself, I shouldn't be like that. I should do the opposite. Be more confident, take it as a...
But it does take a certain amount of bottle to do it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. You don't know what's going to happen. There's stories on the news all the time about people being attacked and screamed at and blah, 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 blah. And you just got to think it's something that happens, and you've got to. You can't hide in your house, can you? You can't stay in your house and think, oh, something might happen to me. I can't do this, because that'll defeat your happiness, and you won't have.
So if you felt defeated by it and felt threatened and decided not to dress as a woman on any occasion, do you think that would have an effect on you as a person, and how do you think you might respond to that?
Well, if I think, when I think about it, I think that would be a part of me that had been chipped away. So it wouldn't be the whole of me. Like, my friends know me as Connor as a boy, Connor as a girl, Connor as whatever in between. They don't just know me as Connor as a boy. So I suppose, like, and my personality shifts all the time, so it'd be part of my personality that's just been chipped away.
So would you feel they won? Would it have a bad effect on you mentally, do you think?
I would say so, yeah, because it's not... I won't be able to be myself. Like, anyone who's told they can't be themselves. Like, do you like chocolate?
I love it.
If I said to you, you can never eat chocolate again,
that's
disgusting.
That would do my mental health actually quite a lot of damage if I didn't have chocolate. I mean that genuinely.
Exactly.
That
Even
is
little
my
things
fix.
like that. So imagine something that's such a massive part of my personality being like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
I would never say, oh yeah, you're right, actually, I should not do this. I'd say, sorry about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to carry on.
And why should you even have to apologise?
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is my thing. I think if you're not affecting anyone else, if you're not hurting anyone else, you do you, carry on, be happy.
Great.
Just as long as you're not affecting other people.
But in a funny sort of way, for whatever reason, you're almost holding a bizarre mirror up to people. And I've used the word bizarre. That's not the right word, really. But you're holding a mirror up to people that can be, depending on the mindset that you're greeting, can be like a trigger, or it can be an affront. I don't know why.
That's true.
I'm kind of unsure why that would be.
I think it's people are afraid of things they don't know, that old chestnut. But if I didn't understand something, I'd be a little bit cautious of it and try to understand it. But some people find it difficult to grasp the idea of things they don't understand because they're too scared to get involved.
I think because it challenges the way they think.
Exactly.
And
there's that as well.
that's what I mean by holding a mirror up.
I suppose if you've known something if you've been taught something all your life, boy is a boy, a girl is a girl, this is how you dress, this is how you act, and then you go into the world and see someone like me walking down the street, you're going to think, wait a minute, that's not what I know. What do I do now? And then people can react in different ways. They can take that and say, oh, nah, you're so-and-so trying to take that off, you whatever gay boy, blah, 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 blah. I'll take it on board and think, well, that's their opinion, fair enough. Not that I agree with it, but I would never say to someone, you're wrong, because I don't think that's fair either.
Tell me, have you a very positive thing that ever happened to you when you were dressed as a woman? What was the most amazing moment where you thought, oh my goodness, this is it? I
had a very, very nice experience quite recently when I moved to Bath, that a guy was attracted to me like this, and he said, you're absolutely stunning. We went all night, and then obviously it came to telling him that, sorry, I was born a guy, and he just looked me in the eyes and he went, and that's it, carried on. And that just gave me faith for the world in general. It was just so nice. And I wish more people were like that. But
well, let's live in hope.
Exactly, yeah.